to her.
Guess why she asks that, people? Guess why?
That's good.
We're bartering here.
Okay, go and roll.
Oh, Asuka was thinking maybe a benthic foraminifera.
Wow, really?
Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Looks like that one center screen is slightly lifted.
Yeah.
Not that we can command it to close.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, I just saw one right off the top of the screen.
What did
like
it do?
Snapped down to the bottom. Yep.
Really?
Hi.
Shucks,
How's
I
your
missed
camera?
it.
Okay, tilt up a bit.
Tilting up.
Hold there.
Okay, so are there any smaller rocks on which
Yep,
these things are attached that we could pick up?
Okay,
maybe. If
let's
we go take a
All right,
look
zoom
kind
out.
of at the bottom of this outcrop, we might find one.
Want
So if we,
your camera back?
this is going to be
Oh,
like,
Oh, there was a
it is
snail.
going to be like giant Jenga. If we
Sure.
pull
Did
a
you see
rock
the-
out, it's
Drop
going
the
everything's going to crumble.
port
No.
side here.
Okay.
Did you see the snail in the middle of that rock in the center of the screen?
I
There was
did
one
not.
sitting on top of one
I
of those
did
little
not.
white guys. See right down, almost the lasers are, no, those guys are probably attached.
Those are probably attached, yeah.
Okay.
There, upper left.
Okay, pilot, I'm sure you heard all of that chatter, but there has
Okay.
been a
Upper
request
center.
for a rock with little white things on it.
Okay.
If
Almost
you can wiggle
Dead
one
center
free.
now, slightly
Dead
right of center.
That one there.
Up,
That one.
up a tiny bit. One just above that one. Looks like
And
it's
Shirley
loose.
will be ready with her
That
scalpel.
one.
That one there.
Looks like
I was
it's
watching
loose.
her
No.
scraping off.
No, I am not going to scrape them off because you know what? Here's
Why?
what
Be
Asako
big,
said.
Yeah.
You don't scrape them off.
You
just
break
break
off
off
the
a piece of
rock.
the rock. But since this is a biology sample, I'm not going to
Yeah.
have to break them off of the rock. They can just stay right on
Okay.
the rock.
I'm just going to pan. Just to
So
take a look.
the
Okay,
rock
careful your
samples would
starboard
go
swing.
to Oregon State University
You're
as an
pretty far from
archive
the
for
wall.
the cruise. Anybody who's interested in working on these rocks
calling this a biological sample. You
are
want
able
check
to,
with them if they want you to,
to
put in a
send in a
bioreactor
request.
on a rock box.
Yeah, so it'll have to be.
We
Yeah,
did
so it'll
that
have to be
earlier
small.
today.
And Shirley, where do the biological samples go?
Biological samples go to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and we also take a small subsample of each biological sample, and we preserve it in a
Is it
special
pretty-
buffer for
Looks
so that we can
pretty
get
far off,
nucleic
yeah.
acids, DNA out, and
Yeah,
those
thanks for keeping an eye
go
on it,
to
though.
the Ocean Genome Legacy at Northeastern University.
No.
But anybody
Joe?
can put in a
The one
request
below.
to study these rock samples, organisms, or DNA samples.
I mean, some of these look.
What about the one just above the shrimp? Keep going straight up a bit more, up another
in the left
30 centimeters.
towards the left edge of
A little
the
bit to your right.
Oh, I see down
That
kind of like at
That
the
one?
bottom left.
Yeah, I see it too. Pilot
Oh, bottom
down
left.
at the bottom
Oh, yeah.
left.
That looks
So
broken
at
now.
your 8 o'clock coming up on.
But it's kind of wedged
9
in
o'clock.
between two other rocks.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get them a nip in between those two chunks,
Take
but
a look
that
here.
little thing that is stuck between the two rocks, and right in the
If
center of the
this is
screen
like
now,
the other
looks like
areas in the
that
Okay, so
might be
what
the-
is that?
Put up a cloud
What is
of
that?
smoke.
Okay.
So,
Maybe I can put a toe
Yeah.
down on the rock.
oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, let's, just to be safe, let's go ahead and stow that starboard swing arm all the way.
Yep.
Just
There would be
precaution.
absolutely no chance that these columnar jointed blocks would untangle themselves and collapse on us.
Really a giant Jenga.
Right.
Yes. It would be really great, though, if we could get one of these guys.
I have to bring it out a little bit so I can see it.
Is that one?
Make sure it's not.
That little? Is that
interfering.
a rock?
Okay. To the
The
right.
target rock is immediately right of lasers inside the crack. That's what the pilot's headed for.
There might be another small one up and to the right of that one, also kind of in between
Okay,
two
we
other
good?
two bigger ones.
Yeah, I saw something up
starboard's
there,
still
but
up.
I don't think that that's
Working on
locally generated. Not to say, you know, related to the rocks that are in place.
But since we're just looking for the organism on there, as long as the organisms are there.
Yeah, but it would be
Maybe.
nice to have one that is kind of related to the rest. So once the biologists get done with the organisms, somebody might be able to look at the rock.
We will chisel off a piece. So Bob Carney is taking a
Okay.
wild
Would you like me to
guess.
stow the
He's
left
thinking
one while I'm
maybe
at it, too?
a sessile oyster
It's okay.
anomia, the
Okay.
jingle shell.
Then you're all set.
Okay. I think that'll be within reach, or should I move up a bit?
This is what's really fun
That
about
should be
this,
in reach,
you know?
But you're going to have to
It's
make a funny
stump,
twist to
stump
get
the biologist's
down in
day.
Yeah.
So if you could rotate to the right.
There's a
Oh,
brittle
that
star
rock
walking
might
just
actually
above
not be
the
a small.
left
It might be
skid
a slitted thing.
on this soil. Just above that small rock next to the left skid.
And his eyes are better than
Oh
mine.
my goodness. our videographer sees a brittle star walking along just above the left skid of the remotely operated
okay, hold
vehicle.
on.
You see that in the left lower corner of
do
your
this.
field of view. Maybe you could see it. I can't.
I would rotate a little more
Yeah.
clockwise.
Okay.
And get that left toe
Sediment.
into the sediment. Yeah, right toe in the rock, left toe in the sediment. You're going to have to do a bit of a weird maneuver
Yeah.
to get your fingers. I'm not even sure you're going to be able to fit your fingers in that gap.
And there's some organism in the shadow of the columnar joint that's sticking out. You just see its arms moving around. That's
But you know
another
what that
shrimp.
is, though?
Just another shrimp.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a small fish in the bottom left corner of the screen.
There is a small fish, a little
Pretty
dark
stable.
fish, just going off the screen.
Okay, let's zoom in and roll
Ooh,
in.
very bottom.
I think I can get that, yeah. Okay, let's
There's
zoom
a
out.
coral in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Let's go ahead and zoom out, rolling.
So we look at that coral in the bottom
I
Oh,
just set
there's
up
the
the
arm of a
collection, so
coral,
I'm gonna
right.
Take a look at it
Where?
next.
And just below the rock, the little tiny rock that we're sort of thinking
Yeah.
about picking up, you see that hair-like thing
Yeah.
sticking up to the right?
Yeah. What is that?
That's, according to our videographer, that is a coral.
All
I wouldn't
right,
know.
Well, I'm going to have to get a closer view of that.
Well,
Hydraulics are
perhaps
up.
we will.
Hydraulics are up, ready for you.
These shrimp are such delicate
Look
swimmers,
like a
graceful
coral with
swimmers.
extremely small polyps.
Ah.
Okay, hydraulics coming on.
Arms alive.
Twitch. And just feel free to follow me down with Mini Zeus.
It's a real trick to try to pick something up off the seafloor on the part of the pilots with this manipulator arm, because they just have a one-dimensional view on the screen you're looking at. So there are a variety of other cameras that are attached to the front of the vehicle that help give the pilot more of a parallax view, a 3D view, so that he can see how the manipulator arm is oriented. Just for scale, those claws that are opening and shutting are about 9 inches long.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh my goodness, it is loose. We
Beautiful
are
size.
so
Where did you want
lucky.
to get this? Where'd you want to put it?
Guys are so good. Bio box, please.
Okay.
Thank you,
Which
pilot,
one is
for
open right now?
being able to pick that up.
Let's zoom in, rolling.
The port outer was the one that was used before.
Yeah, so you can put it in port inner.
Port inner or both
Yeah, your
starboards.
port
are open.
outer has a specimen in it. Port inner would be fine.
There's a rock in the port outer.
Yeah, we can do the port inner as well. It's an easy one.
When you're ready, I'll see if I can open the drawer for you.
Okay.
Don't know that I'm
If
going to be
you-
able to.
You might be able to if you wing in the port, bring the port wing inboard.
Well, we will let you know tomorrow what we see when we get this rock back on board. Yeah, something right in the center on the top. You don't think that's an opening through which it extends its whatever it was you called them? What did you call them?
No, that's not the concern.
No,
They'd
it's
like to leave
CRI.
that open because it's so easy
Yeah.
to put a delicate
What?
biological thing in. So if you can come to the starboard side.
And that is a gorgeous
Yeah, we
rock.
can do that. That's
Okay.
fine.
So
Science
All right, let's
team,
zoom out, roll.
what do you think now that
Wanna
you've had a
rotate or
closer
just put
look?
it away?
Let's just put it away. Yeah.
So I'm going to bring your starboard wing inboard.
Okay.
We're
You ready?
looking at
Go
the
ahead.
chat
Okay,
board.
starboard wing's coming in.
Amy Baco Taylor says, my 10-year-old votes are barnacles. How cute.
Okay. Make sure the drawer is closed. Starboard bio extend.
Sure would be fun
I'm
if
ready
we
if
could
I
get
get
one of those
bumped.
shrimp to
I'll,
take a ride on the rock.
Take it out of joy lock.
Starting to open the drawer.
Good luck.
Fat chance of that happening.
I know.
I might need to. It'll be okay.
Thought you guys were going for the port side.
Change
Change
plans.
minds.
Changed? Okay.
Thank you,
Getting it
video.
close, huh? Seems to be okay so far. Oh,
There
that's
you go.
it.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll back. No. Yeah, I better back off here.
Well, okay.
Go on screen.
You can use auto XY. Let's see if it'll hold you. There's not much current.
Yeah.
I'm opening the drawer. Okay, drawer is fully open. And get the starboard wing completely out of your way.
Got auto XY in. Alright. We can do this quick.
Yep.
$289. Thank you, pilot.
Looks good.
Yay! What a wonderful job.
Close it up.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Drawer closing.
Starboard inner.
Drawer secure.
Okay. Can you bring the minis? I know you're busy, but.
What
minis
interests
over
me
any
about
chance?
these
You wanna be able
columnar
to see your-
jointed rocks
The
that we're
arms,
looking
yeah.
at is that they are brownish. Now, if they were real fresh, I would think they would be grayish. There are places where they're grayish, but the surface is brown, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Pretty good.
Could be
Hydraulics
some
coming out.
hydrothermal alteration on these rocks. What do you think, Bill?
I'm sorry, say again?
I'm just speculating about the brown color of these
Okay. Well, since we're in autos, I guess
columnar
we'll go ahead and switch
jointed
out.
surfaces. What do you think about the freshness factor? Sorry, Bill, I think we lost you.
Deb Glickson says that she's not convinced that this is hydrothermal staining. Yes, we can now.
Thank you. We can hear you now.
Okay, so Patty, what were you speculating about the color?
Well, I just wondered, do you think, most of the rocks that we've dredged around these volcanoes that are fresh come up black? And I'm wondering if these are altered, at least on the surface. What do you think?
Yeah, they look like they could be altered a little. I'm always impressed though when I've sampled rocks with an ROV and on the bottom they might have a bunch of light coatings on them, and when my impression is that almost always when they get to the surface, they all
You said
look
we have
dark.
some hydrothermal activity.
Okay, well,
Don't
I'll
really see
Oh,
certainly let you guys know.
you don't see some of the things you notice with the ROV cameras.
Right. Well, it was interesting. If anybody was watching yesterday when we were diving, we did pick up a sample that was pure white, and we were speculating that it was carbonate. And when it came up, it was, it looked like porcelainite. It looked like it was maybe a chert. And so
Pilot, your swing arms are all
I
stowed
thought,
too right now.
well, okay, this is going to be the vinegar test.
Co-pilot, I guess
And
we'll leave them out.
Shirley
Leave
ran
them
down
in
to the
for
galley
now.
and got a
Copy
little
that.
vial full of about a centimeter of vinegar, and we dropped a chunk of the stuff
Looks
in,
like
and it
hydraulics
started to
are
fizz.
Yep.
So it was definitely carbonate. So if you put a
everything looks good.
calcium carbonate composition chunk of rock into an acid, which vinegar is, it will liberate carbon dioxide in little bubbles, and it was fizzing. I don't think I know anybody.
What I'd like to do is
a bit of shrimp there.
I can do beauty.
go back a little bit to the left and into the volcaniclastic slope and head up slope and up to around 250 meters.
Okay.
And look for a fresh rock to sample.
Okay,
And,
let me
take
tell the
good
pilots.
close looks at the volcaniclastic material, and then once we've done that, then we can head back to the east
wow.
here and keep following these outcrops.
That's sort
to
of
the east.
rotate left
Okay.
and right.
That's,
Sounds
take it
great.
Dan's
I'll
already
tell the
looked at this?
pilots.
No, we looked
Watch lead,
inside
pilot?
all that crevice and.
Go ahead, watch lead. Pilot here.
Okay, just had a request from shore that we swing over to the left and look at the pyroclastic debris for a while, and then come back and move toward the east. So if you
Okay.
could do that for us, that would be great.
All right, so, and I heard you actually want to move up to the 250 meter contour. Is that
Hi, Patty. This is Verena. I'm wondering
Yes.
about
No, come back on
how columnar basalt form here.
Oh, sure.
Can you just give a little
How about right there?
explanation of
Sure.
Yeah.
why
I'm gonna come
columnar
up just slightly,
basalt
too.
rather than pillow basalt?
Oh yeah, sure.
Hey, pilot,
I
you
think
mind if I turn slightly to the right for this
because
shot?
what we've been looking at
nope.
look like at least in the left-hand side of the screen now, we are looking essentially down at
How's that right there,
the
video?
surface of some igneous
That's good.
body
Just,
that is
sort of follow
fairly
the pilot,
dense.
So if he rotates off to
And
the right,
I
you wanna
suspect
sort of
that
look
we're
more
actually
off to the
looking
right
at
with
a
the ROV.
dike
Copy that.
that has
keep
been
in the loop
exposed,
there on that.
probably by
I also
eruptive
think
activity
the
that's
scientists
blown
did
out
not
part
see
of the
that
crater.
stuff that you just viewed on the right.
So
That's
dikes
okay.
will
Sort of look like
form
holes.
by the injection
It's a
of
different
magma
type of
into a
rock.
crack in the flank of a
Show
volcano.
that to them one more time.
And the columnar jointing
We have not-
always
did not
forms
see that
perpendicular to the contact of the igneous body with the surrounding material. So in other words, dikes are usually vertical igneous bodies, and so when they form columnar joints, the joints will be horizontal, basically perpendicular to the
Video,
sides
which rocks were you
of the
speaking
dike.
of?
That stuff that you're showing now in the upper left and upper right hand corner, just want to make sure they had a nice view of it.
All right,
It's
I'll
different from what we saw down below. I just wanted to
pass up and over.
Okay, great.
So, Nav, which direction is that waypoint now?
So
The end,
just to be
it's
clear,
north?
we want to go over and go
Northwest.
up to
Exactly, yeah, something like
250, and then we'll
330.
come back down.
Okay.
I believe that's what Bill
Okay, so
asked
that's
for.
going to take time to do
Mark
because we don't go
320
up and
now, I
down.
think.
So we're going to have to go
No,
over.
I think
go
he just wants to
Go.
Did they say they wanted
slightly to the
325.
left
Waypoint.
in order to be able to be in the volcaniclastics, and then move up the
Nav, co-pilot.
volcaniclastics
Okay, got it.
to 250.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to go all the way to 250.
Nav,
I mean,
co-pilot.
Okay.
we could
Can you hear me over there,
go as
Nav?
far up slope as we can get without moving the ship or something like that.
Nav, do you hear co-pilot?
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh,
I'd
can you
like
hear me
to
now?
look for
Yes.
a
Okay.
rock
Do they
sample
want to
up
move east
there,
or to
and
the
then
north,
once
west
we do
again?
that, we
I
can
think
come
they
back
said
down.
northwest.
I think they want to go toward the original dive end.
Copy.
That sounds fine.
Okay, except
it's-
it's not.
I've heard
If
both.
we go up and then come back down again, we're going to have to reposition. Am I misunderstanding?
I don't think
I'm gonna
Bill
follow you
means
back
that
to our
we have to
original
come back
Yeah.
down. It
pilot.
just means that we could go
330
laterally
is,
from that
330.
point. Is that
Copy
correct, Bill?
Okay.
Is
Sure, and
here we go.
you
This is
don't
what they were talking
necessarily
about.
have to move the ship from where we're at
Volcanoplastics.
to. I
Right.
don't know what it's doing right now, but
Yeah.
we could just go upslope as far as the
Is that
tether will take
terminology?
us, and then
That's pretty good.
Okay.
look for a rock to sample up there.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Watch lead
Watch-
nav.
Well, yeah. We're not going to be able to go upslope very much without moving the ship.
Oh, okay.
It's. we
Can we just go up right here?
Sure.
Okay, that's good enough. I think what Bill wants to do is to see where this
Left
came
of
from.
lasers.
This
Okay.
may have come from an active vent because it's finer
Sure.
material.
Now, okay.
So we can kind of stay in this area
Did you
but
get
just
that
go
pilot?
upslope.
They want us to just work up this slope, maybe
Yeah.
without moving the ship. But
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
let's just
well,
go upslope
Okay, I'll give you a little bit of
as far
tether.
as we can go without moving the
Let's
ship.
just
and then
let's head this
get
way,
a good close look at the seafloor. Settle down and zoom in and look for
we
a
will
rock
have to move the
sample.
ship. I'm already close to the end of my
Okay.
tether. You want a zoom video?
I mean, it's not a big deal to move the ship at in these water depths. So I suspect it would be smart to do at least a 10 or 20 meter move
Yeah.
while we're working up this.
I'll give you a little bit of
Sort of
tether there.
slight
Watch
fly
lead.
ride and just let them see what's in
Yeah,
this
that
area.
sounds fine. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard him say he wanted to see where they came from, so I assume we want to go upslope of this rubble because presumably it fell from something.
That's correct. Exactly. Thank you, pilot.
Well, we can do that. Yeah, I'm pretty far out now. Why don't we do a 30 meter nav?
30 meters. Okay.
Yeah.
To
At
try to-
320?
A
I'm at
mixture
330.
330.
of blocks that are altered to different extents. So the darkest ones are the freshest
Bridge
ones. and
nav?
the
Yeah.
red and white, yellow ones are the most altered by.
I'd like a
probably
move, please.
sitting in, hot fluid.
30 meters,
Right.
bearing
Oh, wait.
330.2
Yep. We're getting
knots.
into some
2
bigger
knots.
rocks here, and a lot of them
Let me
are
see
dark.
that.
Do you want to get up a little bit further before we
Perfect.
try
Is there a
for
wide
a
video?
rock, Bill?
Nav, will you drop a target about where Sirius is
Anything
for that last sample?
Looks nice and dark.
And then we'll
fair
also
game.
know where the red mark is.
Sure.
Okay.
Should I mark that as being for the sample?
Yeah.
Look left at the white stuff. There's also a dark thing above the white with white outlining it.
I've seen a few of those squat lobsters around too. I think I'm assuming that's what they are.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, I'll just do kind of a search pattern out here. Watch lead, let me know what you'd like to look at. All right, that's good now. So we have that marked so we know where that rocky outcrop is if we want to go back. And it's at 280 meters deep. Shouldn't be too hard to get back there.
Go ahead, Bridge. 180.
Will you zoom my sonar to 20 meters, please?
Yeah, that's. I'll.
Just on the
I'll
edge
talk
of
to
it.
him.
I'm sorry, just a second.
Sure.
Watch lead, pilot.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry,
pilot.
pilot. You
What
wanted 20 meters?
Bill Chadwick
please.
would like is to be able to find a rock that has
20
really
meters.
dark color, and those
Okay.
are fresher, unaltered rocks, somewhere up along the slope.
But not part of this
Not-
red formation.
no, these
more
guys
on
are
the,
brown,
On the
so-
more to my port, the way
As
I'm
we
turning
head
now.
up the slope,
Yeah.
if you
Okay.
see something
got
that is
plenty of tether.
darker
Okay.
black, that would be in an area where you could pick it up. That'd be great.
Great. Keep our eyes out. Some more in this area, though. The rubble. Did you call it volcaniclastic?
It's a different fish.
Different. All right, let's go in on it.
Here's a nice fish.
He's eating.
Looks like he may have ate something that doesn't agree with him.
I think he's eating it now.
He's yelling at us, maybe.
It's a fast one, though.
Octopus possibly directly off his nose. We're getting into some white biomaterial. Up
Yeah,
there.
those areas that are white, they're bacterial mats. What do you think?
How much more in that move now?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I
Must
agree.
be, almost 20 meters into the 30 meter move.
Do you really want to get a close up of his fins?
Ow.
Sure side, just so you know, as you were talking, it just went to static for us for about 5 seconds. Right after you said interesting.
Yeah, was that you, Bill? Did you want to make a comment about that white stuff on the seafloor?
He's not showing us his best side. Let's go wide video.
It's just interesting that if they're bacterial mats, we should.
Yeah.
That might be
Go up in that area.
Visibility is
Yeah,
getting worse
absolutely.
here.
Yeah, I agree.
We're getting up,
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
up
So,
toward the
pilot,
cloud.
if you could follow that white stuff up slope,
Sure.
it looks like it might be venting material. So you might find some interesting rocks up there.
Would you like a
Watch
close
lead.
up of the mats?
Yes, please.
All right.
Watch lead nav.
Go ahead, watch lead.
Yeah, just make sure we stay under 250 meters, please.
Yes.
I am at 261. Serious.
What depth are we at?
We are at
279, 279.
and about a 0.8 off the seafloor.
Okay, video.
But
So to zoom on the map.
these
Nav, how much
rocks
further in this move did you say?
are quite altered.
Oh, wow. Is that a
Nav, go
hydroid
pilot.
there? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's very hairy.
Nav,
And then
I'm sorry,
how much
everything in the
did you
top
say we
part.
had left in this move?
About 10 meters.
10 meters from here?
Probably 8 or 6 or 8 by now.
Copy that.
Do you have a pilot and co-pilot turned down or something?
In all of this material,
I'm not sure what the problem
they're
is.
very small.
It's not,
I think
can you hear me
the
okay,
Flea
pilot?
problem is
size
having
things swimming,
OKEX
floating
Yeah.
around.
If you turn
not
that,
just
or if you,
this
I have it on just
hairy
really low.
material at the top, but all
Yeah.
across these white rock things.
All right, pilot, I'm starting to get over you. We're not rushing yet.
Can
You're not
we
in a...
maybe get closer?
You don't need to
or
move
tilt
yet.
down so we can get more macro.
keep it in mind.
That's maximum zoom.
So you think the
I can hop a
white
little closer.
staining underneath each of these pebbles is
Bacterial.
Bac-
matter.
Bacteria?
Yeah,
So
and
then
then there's that
Fuzzy thing.
filamentous bacterial as
Right.
well.
Between the skids.
But there must
There's a
be
lot of it up here.
there must be some sort of hydrothermal emanations coming out that they're feeding on chemosynthetic processes.
Possibly.
We'll
Wow.
find you a
Whole
bigger
field.
map video.
Yeah, it's warm up here.
Probably that black rock head, like the geologist.
Temperature is
So, Nav, just to confirm that point is down
23.5.
now.
Yep. Or
But
not
we're
now,
pretty
but-
shallow.
Shallow. We're shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 279 feet. Temperature's 23.5,
Now, can you
0.6.
close that target thing? I can see the speed that way.
Sorry, which target?
The target parameters window up in the top left. Yeah, right there. If you close that, I can actually see the speed that we're moving. If we're
Got it.
perfect. Thank you. Okay, pilot, we're stopped. I'm above you, but we're not in a
Okay.
mess, so you have as much time as you want.
All right, Delta 17 looks good.
A light
video.
dusting of snow.
Would you like to zoom and I'll just work forward slowly?
Yeah, it's interesting how abrupt this was to come into this area where there's all this mass.
Right.
Oh, there's one of those worms.
Yeah, as we get close here, like over at the 3 o'clock, there were two little holes in the seafloor.
Yeah.
Looked like they might actually be vents,
Too much movement.
but
for
quite
the
diffuse
cameras.
over this area.
Bob
Okay.
Carney, you think that
Gonna
rust-colored
go slower.
covering, that
I think we need to
incrustation, is
sit
also
down and look at,
bacterial?
like that fuzzy rock on the right.
Okay.
Pilot, I'm going to turn about 15 degrees to keep you in the center.
Okay, then I'll
Oh,
cut
you can
the
see
center
that
later.
fuzzy
Copy that.
filamentous
Okay, video.
bacteria on that rock right there. Wow.
Yeah, that's
wow.
just very
Oh, and
fluffy.
and-
Tilt up to the top.
What's that? The
Oh, that,
branching.
yeah, well, the
branch-
thing that looks like a leaf. Just
A feather?
if you
Oh.
could pan down just.
Oh, wait, there's stuff that's all like.
If you could pan down just a little after we look
Yeah.
at the fuzzy stuff.
Sure.
There, it looks like a
Can you get
different
any-
organism.
Covered with copepods.
Yeah, I was just going to ask,
In
can
the
you
mat?
get close into that? Yeah.
I think we're right on top
Yeah, I
of it.
think you are
Human
too. Yeah.
copepods, they're just little crawlies.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, there's lots
Tiny
of little crawlies in there.
Tiny little black dots moving around.
Those are smaller than fleas, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, it's really not a flea circus. We promise. There are things there.
That video is max zoomed in on this, so this is very small.
Why do you think they're hanging out on the mat?
They're
not-
eating it.
They're everywhere on
They
the
gotta be
white.
eating it.
They're everywhere. They're not just in that fuzzy map, but they're everywhere on the surface, out in the white surface out there as well.
Really, you can see that.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see
Oh
them.
yeah, I can see them too.
Just
Right.
barely.
Oh, yeah.
When the focus gets good enough, folks at home, put on your glasses because there are tiny little black specks that look like pepper moving around in the white, what we think is bacterial mat,
Yeah,
all
tilt
over
over
the
the-
surface. And see that brown thing that looks like seaweed?
Walking on
Yeah,
it.
what's
Oh,
that?
there's something
What
walking
is that
here.
guy? Over just on the left side of the screen.
Snail.
There's a
Ah.
snail, but what's it
Oh.
on? It's on something that looks
Oh,
like a ginkgo leaf.
Oh, my God, look at that.
Little nudibranch.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
nudibranch.
Or is he a nudibranch, or does it have a shell?
It doesn't
I
look
don't
like
think
it
so.
does. No,
No.
it doesn't look like it.
That's kind of sort of gooey looking, the thing that looks like a shell. But I want to know what that fan is that it's either on or under or
Maximum zoom.
Okay.
crawling over. What is that, Shirley?
That looks like kind of calcareous alga.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some piece of algae. Or,
Yeah.
They can live this deep?
I
no, I
don't
think
think
it's
there's a
just
roller.
Just the
Yeah,
come down
I think so.
shower.
Okay. Wow. This nudibranch
And
is
I'm
cool.
wondering if some of the white stuff isn't sulfur.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Some of the, like in the fine sediment, the little white blebs.
Yeah.
Well, do you mean the white blebs, or do you mean just all of the white
tilt down a little
patina
farther, maybe?
on
Yeah,
the ash?
I'm just following your focus.
Yeah, a lot of the white that we were seeing from up above, thinking it was bacterial mat, it may well be actually sulfur, and there is bacterial mat. We can see all the filaments all over the place.
Yeah.
But some of the white might not be.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's Deb.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
a little
Maybe just
pebble
ahead there's
mixed in
a
with the dark ash. Yeah, I think you're right.
giant vent.
Oh, there's another floating leaf of some sort. Wow, we're going into the snowfields.
Pilot
Oh my
promises
gosh.
something
Yeah.
brand new up ahead that you
Looks
guys
like
have never
December
seen
24th.
today.
Yeah, I didn't want to sit and look at the edge of the mat for an hour in case don't know what's ahead.
Potential white
Okay.
starfish.
Pilot,
coming
going to turn
center
back to
screen.
330.
Thank you.
All right, so this is Devin Nolan from the Harbor Branch ECC. And we just wanted to let
I
you know
wanna
that
do
we're
a
very
target
excited
for,
now. We were
white
getting
mat.
a little bit tired there for a while,
case
but
it
All
stops.
right.
we are here and we are super thrilled that you are moving through bacterial mat.
It's an urchin
Yep,
on
we
the
are
right.
too.
Just
And
an
is
urchin.
Nolan still there?
Get a quick zoom.
Yes, he is. Yep,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yep. See, so this. Oh, hold it. You mean cucumber? Oh,
No, I think
where are you- oh, that urchin. Yeah.
I think it's an
on the edge
urchin.
of the
that
mat.
urchin. Yeah. So Nolan, if we were doing collections for a biomedical program, we want to scoop up some of that mat or some of that filamentous stuff.
Every quick zoom
Oh, I'd
turns
love
into
to.
a
I'd
longer
love
zoom,
to.
doesn't it?
We need a scooper on the
going?
ROV.
Yeah, go wide. Did catch my eye too from over there.
Planer tether to play with.
So over to port here, the mat stops, but there are more rocks. I'll follow this edge
So
of the mat
because
now.
we've, things have changed so much, I think it would be great to keep going up slope as far as we can go till we get to our 250 limit. If that's okay with you guys?
Yep, I will.
Yep, that's fine.
Pilot, we had a request from our proposer of this dive just to keep going up slope until we get to the 250 limit before we even think about getting a rock.
Okay, well, we're at 276 and heading up. We're almost ready for another ship move,
Okay, got that. Thank you.
I guess.
Think we could do it now?
Do we
Is
care
it
what
possible
direction we
to
go?
drag
It's a
our
little
head
steeper
left while we're
going
continuing to drive?
northeast than northwest.
Just because we're like
Slightly
obviously
to my
driving right
port,
over
there might be.
contact
Do we want to follow the map?
There's
of some type. So if we could just maybe wag our head and go straight, that would be great.
Or go straight into the mat.
There's discussion
What
going
did
on.
Yeah, sorry. What exactly were you asking, Deb?
They want us to
Just-
look
can you
left as
turn-
we're
I mean,
streaming up.
Yeah, it would be helpful if we could just sort of turn the vehicle a little bit and sort of pan right and left as we move,
Okay.
simply because it looks like we were sort of moving along contact. So just as we just did, that would be great.
Okay. Pilot, I
Yeah.
think you already. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's doing it.
We
we can follow the white mat up.
yeah,
There's
we
nothing
can,
magic about the old.
I see
waypoint,
some
is there?
lumps.
yeah, let's follow it, and I'll get to the middle, and then
I'll.
I'll just go back and forth across it, and if it's less
Should I
than...
do a ship move?
That'll be a little bit
Looked like
less than
there's
3,
something maybe
or a little
glowing
further
on the
than
right
330.
Pilot, we've
Probably
just had a
345 or
request
something
to
like that.
just sit down and take a close look at the bottom here.
Oh. We did just do that for 10 minutes.
Yep, I know.
So we're going to not head up. We're going to take another close look. Okay. Yeah, co-pilot, if you want to turn to face me, we can try going that way.
Copy that.
Yeah, I would suggest we go up at 030.
030.
Oh, you're not facing that far around, are you?
It's more like
Okay.
345, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, we have, 25 meters of vertical
Yep,
relief
yep.
before
Yeah.
we're out of forward motion.
Okay, video. Would you like to go in here?
Perhaps 350 nav
Reading.
is where I'm facing.
Okay. Well, we're holding off for now. Yep, but I got it.
Okay.
And we'll just keep an eye. The rocks kind of
There's
go up
something
on
new.
Sirius's starboard side and my starboard side.
Found a few creatures crawling here. The black thing at the top of the screen.
Oh, there's
is
a worm.
Worm on the right. There's several worms here.
There's a worm coming right out of the seafloor on the right-hand side of your
Very
screen
disturbing.
now.
Oh, look at that.
Black
And
thing
wiggling
as well
along.
on the left.
Is that max zoom video?
No. It's
When I try to
close.
get the worm.
Actually, I'm sorry. That is.
Ran into another
Okay.
worm.
Yeah.
There's several snail-looking things walking around as well.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, we're seeing the snails too.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on
Oh, the
here.
snails,
Yeah.
snails
So
are kind
I
of...
saw something.
camo.
I saw snails somewhat like this on
I think if you tilt
Daikoku
down,
and Kasuga.
we'll get more.
Off these
Oh, okay.
worms.
Name was
Okay.
Oinapota.
Yeah, I think you'll get
It-
more worms, more snails.
this seems to have
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
down from
I see
that
what
slightly
you're saying.
different color in the shell, but the
Nice
shell
zoom.
shape is right and the siphon, so it could be this vent-related gastropod. I'll just write it in the log here.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere.
So what do you think that
Thanks,
white
sir.
surface is? It almost looks.
Definitely don't want to
I
lay
mean,
down
I'm wondering
here.
if it's a solid sulfur surface.
It looks membranous, though.
Yeah,
Is that our maximum tilt?
yeah, I think it is.
Nope.
What, you think it's sulfur?
Kind of like that before.
Or should we
It's
start
got-
with a
it's
20
got
meter move
bacteria
towards
in
me?
it, but I think there's
Because
also
I'm pretty
sulfur
far
in
there.
it.
So, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, 20 meter move on the bearing of
It's really
Sirius.
like
Yeah,
Swiss
that'd be good.
cheese,
345.
Yeah.
At some point
I don't
it
want to
was
go too far
molten
to
and
starboard
now-
because
now
there is kind of hill over there.
Copy that.
Type of brush thing to the right of that snail that's crawling.
Bridge nav.
To the right.
It's right next to the snail.
Move,
Left
please.
center.
20 meters.
Oh, I see it,
Bearing
yeah.
345. 0.2
I don't
knots.
think I can bring it out anymore.
And that white stuff looks filamentous to me.
Of all the little tiny copepods running around, is that normal or unusual?
Sorry, the bearing was
Well,
345.
copepods related
We
to
were
the-
on that?
microbial mat. I mean, there are
Great,
lots
thank
of copepods that live in bottom of sediments, but these are right on the mat, and I suspect they could well be duravolted copepods, which are vent related,
Is that now your
and we
maximum
have
tilt?
collected them in the Mariana Arc.
Keep
But
going.
who knows,
wasn't
right?
even.
We've seen little black dots.
And are they adults or are they juveniles or?
No, they would be benthic copepods. They would the juveniles would be up in the water column, but the adults are on the bottom.
Okay, so they're just really small.
Yep, if that's what they are.
Still, is that maximum? Notice the light on the and the silt in the water between Sirius and ROV is starting to increase.
You mean visibility is getting worse.
Do you think it would be worth?
When we came down here, we saw a cloud between 250 and 270.
In the bottom here, or is that not worth the time?
It actually got really bad for.
I don't think you'll get much of a signal. Remember, when we tried it at Kasuga in Matt, where the flatfish were, and these snails.
So Sirius is in a
hardly
20
saw
meter
any
move?
temperature change.
Yes.
But I don't know. Maybe it's.
The ship should finish about there.
We're not seeing any obvious flow coming out anymore.
Right, see that.
Yeah, the visibility is getting worse and worse.
It does look like there is a particular area that these bacterial mats are forming on. There's the contact on the left.
Yes.
All personnel involved in boat operations, please report to the vortex at this time.
And there's the right-hand side contact.
There's a lot going on, Bridge.
Where's the green mat?
Yeah, what do you make of that? With the white
The
and
mounds.
Up in the view right now.
Yeah, little mounds. Those are interesting.
Where are you guys?
Something showing up pretty hard in your ROV.
You need our hydrothermal experts to tell us about these guys.
Yeah, this is the wall on the
that you were seeing on sonar.
Yeah, because we had moved off it to go up this rumble here. But
Yep.
Yeah, there's an outcrop over there to the right, obviously.
Turn towards me a little more.
That's more rock.
Oh my God!
Should set down a little super tight.
Interesting.
But
we'll do video. I'm just going to take a look up. Nav, will you zoom my sonar back out, or to maybe 10 meters?
Sonar down to 10 meters.
You may see this might be a
10 meters.
reflection of the current coming around the outcrop. We are pretty shallow here, and you probably get tidal currents coming through here fairly.
See more of those shrimp in the crack there.
Oh, so you think it's kind of like a dune?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of violating the plan here by going back to the wall. I can leave at any time if you'd like
Do you
watching.
think these white cracks are also bacterial?
I suspect.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any objection to it.
Okay. Well, Sirius has stopped.
Sirius is still moving.
Still moving slowly.
Yeah, just be mindful of the depth.
Yeah.
Not bad. Goosefish just to the right of this left skid.
Turning to follow
Is it possible to get a zoom in on the white cracks?
Oh, sure. I was just doing a little survey here.
Some fish floating around.
So how far is Sirius from this terrain now? 25 meters?
From the terrain?
Looks like about 25 meters, yes.
Yeah, okay. So we certainly won't go any further at this bearing. Okay, but do you want to do a zoom on the white?
Yes.
Let's,
yes, please.
I would suggest following that the sedimented lower area as far as we can go, and then come back this way.
Okay.
Head to the east.
Watch lead pilot.
Yes. Watch
Okay.
it.
So shore-based scientists would, after we do this, go back down to where the white mat is,
or just go port.
You can go wide video.
Yeah, you can go port to find that. We kind of want to follow that that snowy pathway up.
Okay.
Ship move's done.
Will you mark the start of the cliff here now? It's just a few meters ahead of me.
Yeah.
So keep Sirius clear of that.
So for those of you who are just joining us, we are aboard the NOAA exploration vessel, the Okeanos Explorer. It's America's vessel for ocean exploration. We are studying an area, just going along and exploring an area called the Ayi Seamount. Right now we are at a depth of 270 meters, and we're looking at an area with suspected volcanic activity because we're seeing some organisms that are fairly representative of hydrothermal activity.
Just pointing it out.
My name is Shirley Pomponi. I'm the biology science lead on the ship. I'm from Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute, Florida Atlantic University.
And I am Patty Fryer. I'm the geology lead. I'm from the University of Hawaii at Manoa, Hawaii Institute of Geophysics and Planetology.
No, these are cold water.
Something's attracting those shrimp.
Yeah, they're cold water.
And we have right now about 20 shore-based scientists who are actively participating as science crew remotely on this dive. And the folks who are bringing us all this great video and using the Deep Discoverer and Sirius ROVs are our ROV crew from the Global Foundation for Ocean Exploration. And when they get a break in their action, they want to introduce themselves, because I think it's a different crew from the group who introduced themselves this morning.
Yes, this is Carl McCletchy, the ROV pilot.
And I'm Andy Lister as co-pilot.
And Jim Newman, navigator.
And this is Steele Roland Bryan as your video engineer.
We are all engineers working with the Global Foundation for Ocean Exploration.
And wait, we missed one more person. Annie.
Hi, I'm Annie White. I'm also with the GFOE, and I'm
Okay, video
one of the
want to zoom on the yellow?
today.
Great. We work together as a close-knit team.
Looks like a potential sponge candidate.
Maybe.
You mean that little tiny thing in there? Ooh, what is that? That to me looks like it's just some more algae that may have rolled down the slope. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Go wide video. And we'll turn across the flat white mats and return to this cliff later. So we know the cliff's there. We'll just stay away from it if we are returning to it later. No reason to risk getting close.
Straight ahead in that.
Good
I believe
idea.
our safe one was 330 or so, around there. 350, 330.
Visibility does keep getting worse as we get shallower.
So yesterday, for those of you who participated in the dive, we dove very deep, 6,000 meters, and we had only about a little over 3 hours of bottom time. But because it takes so long for the ROVs to get down to that depth, today we're a lot shallower, and we have a much longer dive, so we have a lot more time to explore. We are scheduled to come back up off of the bottom in about
let's
a
make
little
sure we
over
really know where that
3
cliff is.
hours.
If you look at
Let's see,
Sirius's heading, it's still kind of
a little over 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we still have a fair amount of time that we can explore.
So let's see.
It looks like the cliff actually cups around us.
The time out here on the ship right
Yeah,
now is a little after 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah, we've gone from
we could do a move.
a white
What's the scale?
mat on the seafloor
We
now
could
into
do a
yellow.
15-meter move anyway.
Yeah, we kind of ran
because
out
how
of
far away is he there?
It's over 20.
That's from the
I think the
harbinger.
white stuff
That's
stopped
20.
right about at the base of that outcrop that we
Okay.
were looking at.
Yeah, let's do 15 to me, and then I'll continue.
15 the direction that Sirius is pointing.
330.
You rock left and right to show.
Yeah,
the
well,
difference.
actually, no,
Hi
I
there,
still have
this is
plenty of
Deb.
tether. I might as well.
Okay, Deb.
Confused people among
Since
us.
we're getting into this
Is
choke
the
point, I might as well
yellow
look around.
also
Okay.
So by
bacterial,
the time
or
you
is
call
that
it in,
more
it'll
like
move
something
30
like
seconds
elemental
later.
sulfur?
So.
What are we looking at with the yellow as opposed to the white?
I was just thinking we should get them started, but
That's a good question. Anybody on shore have a thought? Anybody who is a
The
hydrothermal
delay's only,
expert?
10, 20
How about
seconds or something.
maybe
so.
Bob Carney? Any idea?
Can we look at the surface?
Verena, you might know also.
Yeah, that's getting a little closer.
Could
Just
be
the
maybe
bad
iron
quality, but
staining.
You can zoom in.
Is this
I
yellow,
don't know.
or is it just
Yeah, that
because
would
we're
be my
seeing it
guess.
through the
That the yellow is
stained
iron
water?
staining
Oh.
on the sediment.
Let's zoom in and find out.
Looks a bit like some of the things I've seen at the summit of Luihi Seamount, south of the big island of Hawaii, which will be the next island in the state of Hawaii. But don't hold your breath, folks, because it'll take thousands of years.
Maybe scuff it with your skin and look at what's under it.
Okay, well, we can look where I set down after.
So I do not see those little flea-type creatures.
There's definitely some math in there.
Yeah, looks like Matt.
What's that over on the right? What's that? Yeah, what's that white thing?
That looks like an animal.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
Is maximum zoom.
So the flat white area has pretty much stopped. We're now in kind of the steeper part where this, I don't know if you'd call it a canyon, but we're starting to have walls on both sides of us and it's steepening up everywhere. So pretty soon we'll be at the 250 meter mark. Okay. Is that Hawad?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay.
I was busy typing something. Did you happen to mention what Bob's response was? That the color could be an iron and sulfur.
There is an octopus.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Next to your detritus.
Detritus. Should we go get him?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to look at that octopus.
We go wide for a sec video.
I'll give you a little bit more room. You got some tether though.
Yeah, I got.
Well,
plenty.
it is sitting on a rock, so you know that's good too.
There you go. Plenty of tether.
Bill Chadwick, our proposer for this dive on shore, I wonder if you are interested in getting a rock from this area. Looks like there's probably a lot of dark rocks, but there is a whole bunch of superficial encrustation, so the center of a rock might be fresh. What do you think?
Yeah, these rocks look kind of like, the massive lavas that were in those outcrops.
Yes.
So I'm thinking maybe they came down from upslope.
Don't think he likes you very much.
I think I'll wait.
I'll just
on
keep
that.
on him for another minute or two.
I was thinking if we get back into the white sulfur-coated stuff, it might be interesting to grab a rock with some of that white stuff on it.
Okay, whatever you wish. We shall look.
Looks like he loves his geology also.
Yeah.
He does indeed. I wonder if that yellow stuff is kind of stinky.
Looks like he's hiding.
Well,
I would hide too, probably.
yeah, probably. Big thing
Like
coming
he's
at you.
Searching. See how he's got his tentacles at maximum extension.
He certainly does.
Uh-oh, now he's coming towards us.
Oh, you're done.
I'm wondering if he's going to jump up in the water column and swim away.
A cloud of ink.
Well, I'll let him go. We're probably scaring him a lot with these lights.
Okay.
Notice the flocking material that he's stirring up.
Yep. It looks bacterial.
Well, that may be the most exciting thing that's happened to him in a while.
I suspect you're right.
Except maybe when the volcano erupted.
Ooh, grab that
Look
rock.
at that.
He loves his
That's
geology.
an octopus after my heart.
Pet rock.
Full wide.
Thank you, video. Okay, 267.
Wow, this is all yellow up here.
Yeah, I think
Very
we're ready
different.
for that move. Want to do maybe 20 meters?
20 meters at 330.
Yeah. That might get me to 250.
Bridge nav. Bridge nav.
So there's the base of the cliff over there.
Yeah, bridge, you've got to move. 20 meters, bearing 330, 0.2 knots. Good copy, thank you.
Right, as we're looking back and forth across the slope here,
I think it's the same one we've been seeing.
on the right-hand side,
I do think it's the same.
there was quite a steep scarp, which you can see in the quad screen. If the sonar is up, it appears as a bright yellow reflector on the screen that the Sirius is presenting, which is the one on the left-hand side of the two screens.
No,
No, that's
ROV
is on the left. The Sirius on the right.
On the sonar.
I'm sorry, I meant on the right. Duh. Keep doing that. I hate that.
All right, co-pilot, want to pull up
There's Jay, gas.
about 15 above me here.
Okay, I might pull you.
That's okay. I mean, I think there's plenty of slack in the tether now.
Okay.
I just want to watch the terrain recede from your sonar.
Looks like the slope's getting steeper, huh, as we go up.
Yep, it is definitely getting steeper.
Like maybe a sea hare.
And on the right-hand side, you see that scarp.
That's good.
So all of this volcanic clastic material that's coated with the yellow material, whatever that is, probably came down and covered the slope of the volcano after a summit eruption that probably denuded the surface of the volcano.
Look at the black's really crushed now, so
blasted it off.
Sediment in the water.
There is, yeah.
Take it to default, and you can sort of see what it looks like without.
There's a little fish center screen. Let's zoom in on him.
Zooming in on fish.
Oh, it's fast.
Pulling out on fish.
It's faster. Oh, faster than me.
I think he must have found that hole. Something very white on the right edge.
Okay, we're at 262 meters. Sirius is on its way.
The fish is back in the upper left. Near center.
Okay, want to go in?
Also a sea star.
Oh, look at that.
There's an interesting little fish.
Max in.
So they're slipping around.
So we're asking our shore-based participants what this fish is. Bruce Mundy.
There we go.
Chime in if you know.
Okay, I'm going to put out a wild guess about this one, but I'm not sure. It's certainly different from anything we've seen so far on these expeditions. There's a family of fish that used to be included with the green eyes, and even placed in the same genus. I don't know if they have a common name, but they were separated out in a different family.
Yeah. I'm at 22 meters.
I'll type that in the chat
your
log
sonar
in a moment.
ahead of you.
And I think
yeah,
they may
still
be
25
looking
meters.
at one of
Is
those.
the
There's
ship stopped?
soft-grade fish,
Not
single
yet.
dorsal fin on the back.
It should be
I
visual
don't
soon.
see a second spiny
Couple more
dorsal
meters,
fin,
maybe.
so I don't think
Okay.
it's a... yeah, it looks like
move
a
ahead.
flag-like first dorsal fin with a black
video.
spot on it. So
Gotta
I
move
think
ahead.
this could be family Paralopidae, genus Paralopus, and I'll do a little research and see what I could find out if there's one that has those oval sort of spots on the body.
All right.
They're related to the shallow water lizardfish, like the green eyes. And I'll put some stuff in the chat log.
Thank you.
Interesting.
It's like,
Okay, there's a little bit of this white
top of the wall?
Perhaps
not sure.
bacterial
Still
mat up at the
serious.
top of this rise.
Keep
Definitely,
rotating
kind of a
right so
break
we
and
can look
slope
off
there.
the distance.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a
I
break.
think the cliff actually firms up here. Is the ship stopped now?
And it looks
You
like
know, what's
over-
all that fuzzy stuff all the
Okay.
top?
Well, I think it's the same
Just
as
that
the
on the
white
edge.
snowy stuff that
Yeah.
we saw lower down.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're just getting our bearings here.
And Bill Chadwick,
Okay,
the
so Sirius should
proposer of the
stop
dive,
soon.
was